So you are considering getting into IT. Is IT still a good and lucrative field of work to get into? Let's talk about it. Hi everyone and welcome to S.M.E Talks. Thanks for joining me in this video, and please remember to feed the algorithm gods with your likes and good comments. So for the ones of you who know me, my education background is in computer science. My master degree is in information management, building e-learning systems for higher education institutes. I worked in the IT sector for almost 20 years, I believe. I am getting that old. I worked in e-learning, I worked in web design, I worked in intranet management, and for the latter part of my career, I was more specialized in the Microsoft sphere of things, in particular SharePoint technology, and now SharePoint and Microsoft Teams. So that's been my experience working closely with businesses, leveraging technology to add value to businesses. Now, if you're looking to get into IT as a career, I think it's IT as an industry is growing more and more, particularly with the new hybrid model of working where companies are expecting their employees to work from home. That means they need to have the right infrastructure, the right talents to make the technology work for them to do their business efficiently. That means new opportunities are opening up for people with the right technical skills to help companies reaching their goals. The thing about IT which can be confusing is IT is really massive. It's information technology. And when people think about IT, sometimes they think it's about changing printer cartridges, adding RAM into a computer. But information technology is everything. Digital marketing is information technology in my book. Social media is information technology. It's using technology to leverage information for the good of the business, to improve processes. That's what IT is. So if you think about it, it's really vast, so you might get confused. You need to know what you're good at and what you enjoy. Coding generally, it's becoming more and more and more popular. And now recently, with the blockchain advancement, getting a career into blockchain development, probably that's the future, to be honest with you. And I see the roles now that they are they start six-figure onwards for blockchain developers, for cryptographers, for security experts, cybersecurity. It's a niche market. It's relatively new, but I can see it's growing, and it's growing daily. Cybersecurity generally, that's a great industry to be specialized in. People working remotely, business-to-business relations, data security, all that stuff, that will always be in demand. Remote working, any technologies that got to do with remote working, it's something that you need to be aware of and be involved in. Personally, I work within the Microsoft realm because the industry is well established. The majority of companies work within the Microsoft framework, and it's ever growing. So Microsoft Teams, for example, is the fastest growing technology ever for Microsoft. So you pretty much always guaranteed a role if you work with a pre-established industry. So if you need to go into Microsoft, see the certifications they do, the specialties that they offer as part of their education. Go into the job market and look what pays the most. What if that's what you're interested in? Where the demand is. When a job pays well, that means there is high demand. That's what it means. It doesn't mean it's more important than a job that pays less necessarily, but there is high demand. So they're looking to attract the best people for that job. I think now it's fantastic time to get involved in IT. The good thing about IT, you don't need to have a university degree and need to go through 4 or 5 years of education to get an opportunity, even though some employers do expect you to have that. But you can get your certifications, you can do your own work, do your own projects. Maybe there are things that are getting somewhat So you see, the thing with IT is there is a progression. Things progress. So now, with everything being on cloud, maybe jobs that are more in the hardware, server based, probably there is less demand on these unless you live in a country or willing to really relocate into a country where there are these huge data farms from Microsoft, Google, Amazon, etc. And now you see, the thing is, I mention Microsoft because that's where I specialize. But even Google, Amazon, AWS, it's a huge industries. You can be even more specialized in applications like SAP, CRM management. SAP, for example, the daily rate for an expert is around $1,000 for you to go configure, set up the system for the company, couple of weeks work. You're getting $1,000 a day. All you need to be well trained and have the right expertise to get into that kind of role. I think what I would suggest is find where your passion is in IT. Are you a people person? That you do sales, you talk to people, you enjoy that side of things? Are you more an analyst, into analysis, that you like to look where the problem is, find the requirements and find solutions? Project manager, that you like to manage projects? But here I'll be brutally honest with you. These kind of skills, the ones that can be replaced, I wouldn't really invest much time in them. You need to be someone that the business would depend on. So if there is economy hardship, if business is not doing well, they can't replace you because you are the technical person, you are a personable person who can be client facing. So you can manage a project, you can analyze problems. So you need to be someone who is like multi-skilled. So when things happen, you are pretty much secured. That's how I do things myself. I don't put myself in a corner, even though I specialize in particular products. But again, I could do anything around them. Do webinars, pre-sales, manage client relations, all that stuff. So you always need to think about that side of things. Look into the markets. Pick up the phone and speak to agents and tell them, how's the industry looking in IT? What's in demand? What's popular? What do companies want? And there is one other thing that I would add into this before we end the video. If you work for an IT company as an IT professional, it will be a much more rewarding experience because you will be the business. You will be the person who is generating money to that company. So you will be appreciated, you will be compensated generously, and your career will evolve much more because you will be exposed into different projects, you will deal with different clients, and you will learn lots of different things. If you worked in a niche industry like the National Health Service, you will learn the things that are relevant to that industry, and your role will pretty much becomes repetitive to keep the processes going for that client. Maybe the same for finance. So finance, for example, they are known to be paying well, but they have a reputation that they're not the most fun bunch to work with. They are very demanding, stressed all the time, and working with them can be stressful. So all this is stuff that you need to research when you consider getting into IT. I highly recommend working for a specialized IT company so you can grow there, earn well, and enjoy what you do. Let me know if you're looking to get into IT and if you found this video useful. If you have any questions, type them in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Take care for now.